guys! Today's video is about burnout, and I'll be talking about what burnout is, how to prevent it, and what to do if you're already feeling burnt out. First of all, what exactly is burnout? Burnout is defined as an extended period of negative physical and mental health outcomes that are caused by chronic stress. You might be burnt out if you're feeling physically and mentally exhausted, if your motivation is a lot lower than it usually is, and if your confidence is lower and you feel more cynical. You might be feeling burnt out if you're physically and mentally exhausted, your motivation is a lot lower than usual, and you feel less confident and more cynical than you usually are. And the main result of burnout is a decline in performance. Basically, to sum it up, burnout is when your stress is so high that it's messing up everything else. The main cause of burnout is chronic stress, and this could come from pressure to do well in school or at work, and this pressure might come from yourself, your family, your friends, or other people around you. Obviously, burnout is not great for you, so here are some ways to prevent it. Tip 1 is to take care of yourself physically, so this includes exercising regularly, eating well and staying hydrated, and sleeping a lot. Hopefully at least 8 hours a night, but if that's not manageable, do the best that you can. Taking care of your mental health is just as important as your physical health. So you could journal, you could meditate, or if necessary, get any mental health treatment that you need. Tip number 3 is to have fun. So this could include reading a book for enjoyment, not just an assignment for class. You can go out with your friends, hang out with your family, or there are so many ways you can have fun and pick whichever one you like best. This one is hard to do as students because we often don't control what work we have to do, but it does help to reduce the amount of work you have to do. This could include exchanging a less efficient task for a more efficient one, so you're getting more bang for your buck, only it's with bang for your effort. For example, you could, instead of passively reading over your notes to study, you can take a practice test instead, which is more efficient for encoding information in your brain. Also, when possible, you can delegate work or say no to things that you don't want to do. Of course, don't be that rude person on a group project who doesn't do any of the group work. Lastly, make sure to give yourself plenty of breaks. This includes taking breaks while you are studying. For example, the Pomodoro method includes 25 minutes of work followed by a 5-minute break. And take time off, whether that be a few hours just to yourself on a weekend or whatever else you can fit into your schedule. It is pretty much the end of the school year, at least where I am. So all of us are already pretty burnt out, unfortunately. So what should you do when you are burnt out? If it's possible, take a day or two or even a week if you can to just relax. Detach yourself from everything related to whatever's stressing you out. So for example, don't check your school email, don't do your homework, nothing. By the way, let me know if you'd be interested in a video about self-care. I'll put a poll in the cards. I'm still not sure which side these are on. Of course, taking a huge break like that is just not reasonable for most of us. So here are a few smaller things you can do to ease your state of burnout. Number 1 is to do the preventative things that I mentioned earlier on in the video. So you might want to have a good night's sleep, do some exercise, meditate for a little bit, reduce how much work you're doing, take a break for an hour or two. Whatever you have time for, even tiny steps are better than nothing. Self-reflection can also help to jumpstart your motivation and get you through long enough to take a longer, more substantial break and recover from burnout. Think about your goals and why they're important to you, how they fit into the bigger picture of what you want to do. And if you really can't think of any reasons, maybe it's time to reassess your goals and set some new ones. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you'd like more tips, I'll link some on the screen right now. I also upload new videos every Monday and Friday, and you can check out my Tumblr and Instagram, which are linked in the description. See you next time!